You tell them, oh, teri saaliya kuttiya haramjadiya, chhattar pehne. They ain't telling you shit, bro. I remember the time we landed in New Zealand and went, who the freaking hell knows us here?
Yeah.
How have we got to New Zealand, bro?
Yeah.
How?
Other side of the world, bro.
How?
Literally, yeah.
Money or nothing can buy, and that's peace, happiness, and freedom.
Yeah.
That is the lick.
You know when me and you went quiet, yeah? I almost feel like we don't have that.
Yes, we do, bro. Come on, man. You sure you're alright, bro? I'm having a moment right now, bro. He's gonna come hug you now, bro. It's like, you alright, bro?
No, wow. Welcome to Cultured Chaos. I'm Anj Baig and I'm with the legendary Owais Khan.
Yes, bruv. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm here in the new studio.
Energy levels, new surroundings, bro.
Surrounding new guests.
We've been leveling up, bruv.
Trust me, man. Talking about leveling up.
Speaking of leveling up, guys, this week we have got the man, the myth, the legend, Juggy D.
Thank you for that lovely intro.
Yes, bro. How are you, man?
How are you, man?
Really well, man. Thank you.
See you killing
Good.
it in Dubai, in India. What's
Life
happening,
is
man?
good. God is great. You know, still living the dream, still touring, still traveling. Yeah, and just very grateful, man.
Bro, how do your
Grateful.
knees work after all these years? Because I still see him doing the. Because my knees, I'm gone. I can't do it no
My
more.
granddad, before he passed away, gave me his blessings. My dad got the blessings as well. My dad's handed them down. But listen, my dad's 85 and he still gets down as well.
Wow.
That's sick. That's
Telling you, like he'll go out.
that's
He
amazing,
still
man.
goes out on a Friday night, has a few glasses with his friends.
That's
I'm telling you, bro.
That's
guy's
sick,
never
bro.
gonna stop. And
That's
it's great
amazing,
that
man.
he does that still, right? Because that
100%.
keeps him going.
100%,
So he has a
bro.
real nice routine schedule. He's got everything laid out, and it keeps him ticking over. You know what I
It's
mean?
important
Nice.
for the man.
Because
Yeah.
you got the same energy from when I first met you, like 20 years ago, bro.
Wow,
like,
thank you.
How do you? Because people, when you turn like 30, or when we were younger, it's like you have to wear a shirt and keys, and you're older. You know what I mean?
Oh, shut. What? Your phone's clipped on there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was like that. You're ultimately like uncle status, yeah. I'm embracing, being a father and the uncle status here. But how do you do it? Like that energy that you have, bro. Like, what's the secret to it, man?
I guess it's just kind of mindset, man. A lot of it is all mindset and just enjoying every moment for what it is. You know what I mean? Being grateful for the position that you are in.
Yeah.
Because some people would, give their right arm to be in the position that I'm in and the places that I get to go to and the things that I get to do. So I guess a lot of it is gratitude, and then on top of that is just, like I said, living in the moment,
Yeah.
and really enjoying every moment like it's your last in a way.
Yeah.
And you put in everything, man. You put in 110%. I don't care. Like, I was at a gig the other day, and it was in a small banqueting hall on Green Lane, right? And it was just a really small, tiny, like 100 people function. It wasn't very glamorous, right?
Yeah.
But 2 weeks ago, I was performing at Jaylen Stadium for 20,000 people.
Yeah,
right, in India.
Nuts. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I saw
However,
that, yeah.
my energy does not change because
That's
of the
wicked, man.
size of the crowd
Yep.
or the venue. I still give it the same amount of effort because those people have turned up to come and see you.
Exactly.
on a
Yeah.
good show, right?
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
So I'm not going to come with an ego and go, oh, well, I'm not performing
Yeah.
because there's only 100 people there.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, there's people out there queuing up to do performances.
Yeah.
So gratitude all the time. And when you do get that opportunity, just give it your all, man. It doesn't matter where you are, because those people that come there, those 100 should leave and tell every person that they meet, mate, I went to his show and he was sick.
Yeah.
He's a performer. He's great. And then that's how you keep going. Like 23 years on, I'm still getting booked.
But it wasn't like it was just handed to you. You've got a talent. You're a writer. You're an artist. You guys, Rishi Jay, were the first to kind of do the crossover with that urban Punjabi sound. Is it fair?
Pioneers
you
of-
guys
But
are
you
pioneers.
used
of the genre
word out
urban
my
this,
mouth.
yeah.
Yeah. 100%, man.
You guys pioneered it. I mean, you had a few before, like the Apache Indian, the Bali Sagu.
Of course,
but I mean,
respect to them.
and big respect to them. But I think what you guys pioneered is now, I've seen likes of AP Dillon, Karan Aujla, Imran Khan, and all these others that have come after. Like, how does that make you feel, man?
I'm very proud of where the scene has gone to.
Yep.
Very proud of seeing Punjabi music reach the levels that it's got to now. The size of the events, the stages that they're getting the opportunities to perform on, Coachella, and all of these,
Yeah.
you know, like massive events. Like it's amazing. It's great. It's great for our culture. It's great for our music, and it's everyone has their time. You know,
Yeah.
Like our time was in the.
What do you mean was, bruv? Our time's still going now, bro. No, I know what you're
You
saying.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
though,
I know.
Right? Like our time, we had. I mean, yeah, obviously we're still going. We're still
I know
going
what you
because
mean,
of
yeah.
the foundations we laid, the things we did back then, and the teams that we had around us that really put in great work. And that's partly why we're still going now, because we did it really well. It's like if you build a house, right, and you don't do the foundations right, that house is going to topple over,
Yeah.
right, eventually.
Facts.
But if you put strong foundations down, and I honestly say this, that we've come from an era where there was no social media. Okay,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
best form of marketing that you can have is word of mouth.
Yep.
Our CDs went from London all the way to New Zealand, being passed down through cousins to cousins,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that, mate, I remember the time we landed in New Zealand and went, who the freaking hell knows us here?
Yeah. Yeah.
How have we got to New Zealand,
Yeah.
bruv?
Yeah.
How?
Other side of the world, bro.
How?
Literally, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was the power of music. And that was organic marketing. And that is never going to go away. That's embedded in people's brains, right?
100%.
So we are etched in their memories, in their lives. Nostalgia that is attached to moments that the moment they hear one of our songs, it takes them back straight to
Instantly.
an instant memory that puts a smile on their face. You know what I mean? And that will live forever. That will live forever. So that way, we're very fortunate that, you know, we come from that era. But nowadays, it's like, you know, these guys that are coming out now, it's great and it's great to see. But don't you think, like, now, music has got such a short
Oh,
shelf
it's
life?
horrendous, bruv. Now,
Well,
music's
bad,
just...
isn't
It's
it?
like 2
But
minutes.
even
long.
how long songs were, growing up,
Yeah.
songs took you on a journey.
Yeah.
4 or 5 minutes long. There was an
Yeah.
intro, a
Yeah.
build-up, and then the middle bit, and then there was an ending as well. And it was a journey, 5-6 minute songs.
I've got a song, actually, yeah, which I recorded 9 years ago.
Yeah.
It's freaking about 4 and a bit minutes long. It's got an intro, an
Yeah.
outro. Mate, there's like so many like verses in there. However, it still sounds fresh today, but I know I need to cut it down because it's way too long.
Yeah.
But everything sounds the same a lot now, I feel, though, as well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do jump on the trends, but
Yeah.
and I mean, you know, it's like what works for somebody is not going to work for you. So just stick to what you're good.
Yeah.
At. That's what I believe anyway. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I feel there's too much variety as well. We're spoiled. We are
It's a
spoiled.
good thing, though.
It's
a good thing.
There's a platform. It's easier for artists. I feel now. You don't even have to be signed really to get your work out in a way.
Most of the big artists are all independent.
Yeah,
They're saying
don't
that there's
need-
100,000 songs daily uploaded
Wow,
to
really?
Spotify.
100,000 songs a day.
A day.
What new ones?
Yeah,
every-
yeah, yeah. This is
I didn't know that.
So when I'm
That's
telling you,
nuts, bro.
when I'm explaining to you that we are spoiled for choice, it's like because people are complaining. This is now on a hip hop platform that I was just watching, and it was like, what project do we buy or listen to? Because there's too many people dropping albums and too much. We're spoiled for choice, really.
TV's the same with Netflix. You spend half an hour just doing that. But back in the day, that's why I remember going back to you guys being on top of the pops and stuff. I remember that.
insane.
That was such a big thing because there were 4 channels then. I think
Yeah.
Sky had just started.
Yeah.
And to have 3 guys like us
Yeah.
on top of, and you're there because all you had ever seen was the same, you know,
Yep.
looking person. The first time I met you was on Eyes on You when you guys shot that, and I remember you guys being on top
That was
of the
at my
pops
mum
for-
and dad's house in the back garden.
I remember that,
Yeah,
honestly,
barbecue and
and
all
it
that,
was,
yeah,
and to see how far you guys have come from there, and being there at the start with you guys, and it's honestly, bro, it's amazing, and seeing you guys, what I'm saying, seeing you guys on top of the pops. If you think about it, that's huge, bro, because that won't ever happen again, you know, that sort
not,
of stuff.
because it's not.
No, you know what I mean. No, it is. I think it's on still. I think it's
No,
back
but
now, or
it-
something, brother. Yeah.
But
no,
to
no,
have
what?
that, like,
Top of the Pops
Yeah, I
is
think
back
it's
on now?
yeah.
To have that representation of, you know, boys from Southall wearing Dope Point North t-shirts. Like,
Yeah.
we know what we were like, Dope Point North. Yeah,
It was wicked, man,
And like,
honestly.
you know, and where did that stem from? Where did that come from? You've probably been asked this before, but
This
the whole
is,
Dope Point North, the Rishi Jay. What was the energy?
That
like?
was on the spot. It happened on the spot, just like Dance With You happened on the spot.
seriously.
Dance With You was not planned, and I don't know. I must have told you this story before, but for the sake of the viewers, Dance With You was a very organic song. Happened by chance, me being in the right place at the right time.
Okay.
Right. Rishi was working. I'd done the song Najina with Rishi.
Yep.
That blew up. Did great for me, everyone was like, who is this kid? Is he from a musical family? Is his dad a singer? It's like, nah. He's just some kid from Southall who loved singing. He's been singing for Sorry.
Yeah.
So don't worry, swear, bruv. It's fine, man.
I'm going to get threats now. Now you're giving me the go ahead. Anyway, so I was singing from the age of 13. Fast forward, got my break to do a track, did Najina, blew up, did great for me, was so grateful. All I ever wanted to do was one song. I was happy with that.
Yeah.
And then my second track was featuring on a track with Craig David.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, man.
It was unbelievable.
That's nuts, bro.
Unbelievable. In the studio with him, teaching him Punjabi. Like, Aj Bhangra Pauna, Juggy Rishi. My man saying this, and I'm vocal coaching him, like teaching him how to say the right word and pronouncing it correctly, and then Dance With You happened. So Rishi rings me up and says, Jugs, where are you? I said, I'm at home. He said, okay, pop down to the studio quickly. I'm working with that guy that came to the shoot, remember? And Nikki. And I was like, oh, okay. And he said, we're working on this track. I want you to come and hear it. I was like, all right, cool. So went down to the studio, standing in the studio, and I remember it clearly. I was standing with my back against the door. Rishi's there, Jay's there, and Rob is in the studio as well.
Oh, wow. You from Rob? That's way back. Yeah, I remember Rob as well. Yeah.
And they're all in the studio, and the song comes on. And I'm hearing this track. And this was meant to be Jay's solo first single as an R&B singer. And they wanted to sign Jay.
Yep.
Cross him over to the mainstream. They'd already signed Rishi. And that was their plan. So I'm hearing this track. And track comes on. I just want to dance with you. I just want to dance with you. And I was just standing there and I went, oh, main ta teri naal nachna. Oh, main ta teri naal. And they went, what was that? And I went, what do you mean? They went, what did you just say there? I said, I just said what he said in English. I said it in Punjabi. And they went, mate, this is it. And they all started, like, Rob was like, this is it. We've got to keep a bit of culture with him as an R&B singer, because it might not work just as an R&B track, but if we put a bit of the culture in there, at least it keeps him connected to his roots. And it, like, Rishi was like, Jugs, go in and record that. I'm like, okay. All right.
That's wicked, man.
Went in the booth,
That's dope.
put the vocal down, and everyone's buzzing. Everyone's buzzing like, we're onto something here. This is a vibe. This is feeling good. And then they goes, write a verse. And I'm like, okay. Like, this is just all
On the
off
spot, yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Crazy, man.
And I'm like, okay. So wrote the verse and put that down, and that was it.
But that's raw talent, man.
And that was it. Right?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
And
given to
then
you, man.
It was just, the track was finished, the track was made, and I was like, okay, I kind of was meant to be on that record, and that's how the urban dissy thing got created.
Yeah.
I think I was at college during these times.
Yeah.
It just went off, man. Every wedding, every Mendy. The amount of times I've performed your song, like not dance like.
Oh, wicked. Thank you.
So what?
Mendy song. Oh my God, they didn't know, like so many times.
Wicked.
It's my childhood, man.
Nice, thank you,
So
man. Thank
this is almost like a 360, like full circle moment for myself as well. Do you know what I mean? It's
Respect,
insane.
Thank you.
How was the energy like with you, Rishi? Because after that, you guys obviously you made a album because that's one of our
So
most played albums in my household.
I got signed by 2.9,
Yeah.
not off the back of that record.
Okay,
I got signed off the back of the video.
the video. Okay, how does that? Okay, that.
So what happened was, when we were at the set for the shoot for Dance With You,
I remember that one as well. Yeah.
there was all these non-Asian b-boys, dancers, and
yeah,
I
everything.
remember that. I
dancers, I
remember
saw
that.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was standing at the back with Rish, and this scene is getting filmed. And I'm looking at Rishi and I'm going, there's no Bhangra dancers here. There's no Punjabi vibe going on here. And he's like, yeah, I know. And he said, but we want to keep it very mainstream, like hip-hop-y, kind of like R&B. And I said, yeah, but we've got Punjabi on the song. And he went, I know. And he goes, can you dance? I went, yeah. He goes,
Yes, bro.
Triple threat right
I
here.
went, yeah. He went, you do it. I went, all right. And on set, in the frame, I moved the people out the way and just jumped in and started busting shapes, right? And everyone went, what is this? Because they're not used to seeing Bhangra moves, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
I started busting the moves and everything.
yeah.
And that was their point, and they went, okay, we need to sign this kid because he's got something. He's brought the vibe to the track. Now he's brought something to the visuals.
Yep.
Okay, there's something about this kid.
That's
you know?
crazy. I didn't know that.
And that off the back of that, they were like, okay, we're gonna do an album with this guy, and that's how I got signed. And then we did the album with 2.9. My solo album, self-titled Juggy D, came out in end of 2003. Then we repackaged it and done it in 2004 as well. Sonia came out in 2003.
I don't have a bone to pick with you, but I want to ask, why was the Below video, which was one of my favorite songs on that album, shot in a coach? I still like the video.
I don't know.
But it seemed very quick.
I think actually, you know what?
I remember that.
Yeah. Word for word. But it literally was that we had to get that one done quick because
the song was blowing at the...
We
Makes
were on a
sense.
tight schedule, and it was just we need to get visuals done for this, and it was actually done. I remember it clearly because we had to get it done like yesterday. It was that kind of vibe.
Okay.
So we just did what we did, and you know it served its purpose.
It done what it was meant to.
You know, it was done what it was meant to do.
100%.
It could have been a better video, but you know it is what it is.
So
Sometimes.
you still remember it though? Had an impact on you?
There you
No,
go.
100%. Yeah.
See,
so-
I was wearing the Liverpool shirt.
They went.
Oh,
There's a
whoa,
coach
whoa, whoa,
sick.
whoa,
Yeah.
One second. So he's jumped now.
Yeah.
So
Representing my
Juggy
That's
said,
it, bro.
I was wearing a Liverpool, and look, I've got goosebumps now because I hate Liverpool so much. Yeah.
It gives you goosebumps as much. I don't know you hate
Oh my
Liverpool that
God,
much,
I
but
was
that's
gonna say
quite
it's
deep,
giving me
bro.
goosebumps because I love.
Yeah, I love the song so
I thought
much.
that
it's
was
like-
coming next. I didn't know you were not a Liverpool fan. How
Now,
can you not be a
Juggy
Liverpool
D
fan?
has a Liverpool tattoo on his back. It's
Yes,
it's
it's the
massive.
Shankly Gates on my back.
Is it true?
that is so sick, bro.
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean,
Why?
why, bro?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Have you ever performed at the stadium at Liverpool? Or have you ever done anything with them?
I played at Melwood Park.
Is it?
At the
How was
training
that
ground.
for you?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Did you?
Yeah, man. I played in a
that's
charity football match
sick.
at Melwood Park, and I played with Ian Beale.
Seriously?
Yeah. It was a big charity day. We got to wear the training kit.
Oh, sick.
And I did take it. I did take my shirt.
Yeah, I would have done it sick. Yeah.
A lot of people took them,
Yeah.
and I had number 19. That's my birth date, right?
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
I've still got that shirt today, and yeah, that's a bit. And I also had these boots that I wore, and they were Adidas Predators, right?
I remember them.
Great.
Did you buy them especially for the game?
Did
you buy them especially for the game?
got them from Adidas because that time I used to get stuff
Oh,
given to me.
sick.
from
He was the
Adidas.
Adidas king,
Right.
bro.
Oh yeah, full gone. Adidas.
Adidas.
I remember.
All
yeah.
the Asians in the
Adidas.
ends had that same thing as you, and then he was setting the trend, bro.
pencil,
Yep.
The
goatee,
pencil.
Yep.
A lot of my
and,
older
and
cousins.
all the tracksuits, and then Adidas tucked me up big time. Puma tucked me up big time.
Sick. I remember.
And I had these football boots, and they've still got the soil from Melwood to this day.
Oh.
Some of them,
quite sick.
I didn't take it
That's
out, I didn't
quite
clean
sick,
them.
bro.
Ripped these in
And
there.
do you know who else was there? Do you remember Alan Kennedy, the old
Yeah,
legend?
I remember Alan Kennedy.
He signed them. So I've got them signed boots from Alan Kennedy, and I kept those. Obviously, they were mine anyway.
Yeah.
And then got the shirt. But yeah, I had the pleasure of playing there, man.
that's
That
amazing,
was a
man.
nice
Crazy.
moment.
I didn't know that.
That's
man.
amazing,
nice
man.
moment.
Obviously,
You
I
know
was
what it is?
winding you up being a Liverpool
There was
fan.
no
but that's-
social media. There was not so much social
Like,
media.
there wasn't
back
hardly
then,
any.
right?
I think
So
Facebook
some
started
of the
to.
stuff
Yeah.
that we did was actually quite legendary, and
Yeah.
it was like those pinch me moments. Like, oh my god, am I here? Is this actually happening? You know, I played in Soccer 6 as well twice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did 2 Soccer 6s as well, man.
Really?
Yeah, I played with Iron Maiden.
That's
I
quite
played
sick,
with,
bro.
you know those old school bad boy house DJs.
Yeah.
Brandon Block.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that? There was another one around his era.
The who married Zoe Ball? What's his name, man? No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Anyway, Harvey, so solid.
Oh, yeah.
He's a baller, man.
He's a Liverpool fan as well, isn't he?
Bad boy. He's a big
Yeah.
Liverpool
Yeah,
fan. He's
yeah.
a baller, bro.
He's meant to be a good
I
player.
think he was semi-pro.
No,
wasn't
he
he?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or was he pro?
Then he got injured.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
something like that.
But yeah, he's a baller. And played with loads. I've got those shirts
That's
as well still
amazing,
with that
man.
names
Who's
on the
the
back and all that.
biggest-
West Ham we played at. We played at West Ham Stadium, and we played
Upton
at,
Park, the old one. Oh, that's sick.
yeah,
man.
we played there, and we played at Villa Park.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Really nice, man. Really
That's
nice.
amazing,
Who's the
man.
biggest celebrity that you've either opened for or played with or?
We opened for Missy Elliott at
Oh.
NEC.
Oh, bruv, there you go,
And
man.
people don't
Missy
understand how
Elliott.
big
People
Missy
don't
Elliott
people won't
is.
remember
Missy Elliott
this.
was huge.
Massive. I was on
them
a song with
times,
Missy Elliott.
man.
Cop that shit.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah,
I was on Cop That
Yeah,
Shit.
because I had the
Missy Elliott.
I had the,
I was wearing a
I
hat.
remember Juggy D came to my gym in Harrow one time, This is when he started his fitness journey.
And he got so embarrassed because I pushed more on the bench than him.
That as well.
Lemon and Herb Nando's, bruv. That's why.
But I remember I played a couple of his old songs. He's done this Mary J. Blige freestyle. Some of the stuff I played to him, Juggy was like, "How did you get this? Even I don't have it."
This is Anj, bro.
I was like, "Bro, this is Napstar. You don't remember these?"
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Stuff affect-
Download. Yeah, I remember that, man.
Did that affect? Well, obviously, I didn't illegally download anything. My friend sent it to me. Did you get affected by that during your sets? Because you guys were.
I don't know,
during
man.
a time where
Management dealt with all of that, man.
Oh, is it? Okay, but it didn't
I don't
affect
know
you
if it
like
affected
personally.
us
like-
or not. Well, it probably would have done.
Yeah.
Probably would have done. But you know what it was back then? It was like hard copy sales, innit?
It was hard
Yeah,
copy,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it was all
We did pretty well.
CD, yeah.
My album, do you remember Khalees?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Milkshake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Milkshake?
Yeah.
Massive tune, wasn't
Yeah.
it? My album was positioned next to hers in HMV.
That's
That's
crazy.
sick,
On
bro.
week of release, it was in top sellers.
That's sick,
But
bro.
at one
in
point,
top
you guys were
sellers,
like
bro.
the go-to guys for the Desi remixes or the Urban Punjabi remixes.
Yeah.
From all the mainstream artists, right? Because I know.
Well, no, you say that. It wasn't as easy as that.
Okay.
Basically, what happens with these B-sides remixes, they get sent to like 10, 15 different people,
Okay.
right? And then when they come back in, they pick the best one.
Okay.
So it was like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I've
not like
seen,
you
yeah.
get on it straight away.
Because there was a Britney Spears one that Rishi had.
I
one
remember
time.
that one, yeah.
You have to, you have to prove yourself, and you have to come with some fire. So fortunately, everything that we did in them days was good enough to get on to the B-side. So
Yeah.
I was really blessed that I was part of so many big tracks with some big names. Man.
Talented man.
You know what I mean?
Really.
So yeah, that Missy Elliott, we opened for Missy Elliott, and we opened for Busta as well.
I was there.
Busta
I was
Rhymes.
there when
We
they
opened for
opened. I
Busta
remember
Rhymes
all
as
of
well.
us went. I remember that.
Yeah, man.
Insane.
Buster came out on stage, sparked a fat zoo at the end of it. I remember that, man. Because I remember
Those are two-
for us guys, Buster was a big deal.
Back in the day, that
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one, man. That was huge.
So
man.
okay, because I've seen you at Mellors, and we've over the years, I've had a little record label and we did this little stuff. I've met you over the years, and I want to know what your favorite sort of city is. Is it like London, India, or do you prefer Dubai? Where's your favorite place to perform?
everywhere's different.
Yeah.
Everywhere's different. Depends on where you're performing, what the venue is. I just love performing.
Because I didn't know you were in New Zealand. This is the first. I didn't know that. So like,
in Auckland, all of us. me,
have you
Kay,
got a
Rishi.
core memory or certain like city where you're like, and you know what, it was.
Oh, actually, I have.
Yeah.
I have. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
Oh,
LA.
bruv. Oh,
Los
no
Angeles
bruh.
Memorial Coliseum.
way.
I performed alongside Janoon,
No
Yeah,
way.
wow.
India, Pakistan, Independence Day joint.
That is. Please tell me no fights kicked off that
No
day.
fights, bro. It was
love.
peaceful.
I
It was
swear-
love. It was like
All these flags
pure
just
Why is
love.
it you coming in, bruv? Then he fights there. You weren't there, so it was all right, bruv.
Bro,
Pakistan.
it was
That's
it was
crazy.
beautiful.
Yeah.
India flags, Pakistan flags, everyone together. I was
Unity,
like,
man.
where has everybody come from? Like, how are there this many? Bro, there was like nearly 30,000 people there. It was a sea of people. I was like, wow, this is
That's amazing,
nuts.
man.
That's crazy, man.
Nuts. That was memorable. I'll never forget that one. I was in Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
That's huge, bruv.
Mate, it was amazing. Really, really never forget that. Then there was that, what's that, House of Blues?
Do you know House of Blues?
I performed there.
Tupac performed there too.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
That's
Come on, man.
legend,
Some of
bro.
the legends.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah, man.
Tupac.
I just went,
Yes,
what? Wait, you performed there? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite
House of
sick,
Blues,
bro.
bro. I performed in House of Blues, brother.
That is crazy,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah.
And was this all before social media era? As if in like, is there any like
There is
high
footage.
definition footage like that?
There is footage. So Billy and Rob would have some footage
Okay.
somewhere.
I remember Billy and Robin.
It'd be lovely to watch it. It'd be nice for my kids to see it. I need to kind of go and see them and try and get some of that footage just to archive it for memory, and show the kids what Daddy did.
How is it with like fatherhood? Do your children know Juggy D the artist, or do they see as dad?
No.
Dad's a singer, like you just
They
like
know- they know
nursery
Dad.
rhymes at home.
They
Are you
know
That's
just
only
like
you, bro. Inky, pinky, ponky, had a left. That's only you, bro. That's only you, bro. This guy, yeah. He's the only one. Yeah.
One second, Juggy.
I know. You know when you have kids, you become a big kid, innit?
It's not
You
some of
never
the
grow
things you
up.
start
I
doing.
love
I'll do
it.
them behind my
I love
door. It's it's amazing, man.
So my son, my youngest one's 1 year old. So I've turned around and I don't sing normal Incy Wincy Spider.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, the Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout and he down came the rain and the water spider out and he. So he goes quiet.
There's something happening here right now.
I like that.
He goes quiet, yeah.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm telling you, bruv. It's a great idea, bruv.
Wait, yeah, Punjabi. We're gonna make Punjabi.
Yeah, nursery rhyme.
He goes quiet. So we're in the train, like we were taken to an appointment, and my missus, and he's crying. Bruv, we're in public.
On the train.
Yeah.
On the train. This
Angela,
is it.
oh.
And she goes, Ange, do it. This is me. Hold the because you have to do it on this tone.
Yeah. You got to match the tone to the kids.
Everyone's busting up laughing.
bro.
So what I'm saying, my question to you
brilliant.
is that not only have you had the Incy Wincy Spider moment, because every father has, but do your children know yourself as a superstar? Or like,
No,
do they
me,
just
Dad.
see it as like just...
Daddy, it's how you come across to your kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't come across to my kids as a superstar or a artist. I'm their dad.
Yeah.
You know, I give them the love, and I give them the time, and I give them me as a father. You know,
Yeah.
and a loving parent, and that's what they've grown up with. And my kids have become those kids that don't go around saying, "Oh, my daddy's a singer. Oh, my dad."
Okay.
They don't do that.
Yep.
They're very reluctant to even talk
Yeah.
about what daddy does.
My middle one, on the other hand, my dad, he's muscles. He's at school.
My kids, you know what it is? It's just because I don't like, like I'd go away for an event or whatever, and I would come back and I wouldn't make it all about, oh, me,
Yeah.
what I did, and guess what I did. I would not really talk about it that much. I'd talk about it a little bit, but it's not like I'm sitting there just,
But I'm sure they've
gassing
seen
about-
like your YouTube
Yeah,
videos
they
and the
see
songs.
It, they see it. Of course they see it, and they've been on it. But you know what it is? I think what I learned very, very early on, somebody's told me something that stuck with me, and they said, when you have children, don't think that your life's over. Your life just begins in a
Yep.
different way, right? You got to bring your kids into your life. Don't think that your life is ending and you've got to just become their life.
Yeah.
Bring them into yours. So carry on doing what you're doing and show them just through what you do, they'll pick up, right? But don't make it like everything. Like, don't base their life around everything that you do so that it's like, oh, it's all about daddy. No, it's
That's
about
brilliant.
you, but you're just seeing the world through my eyes as well.
Did you have to make any sacrifices after being a father and stuff? Did you feel like there were any sacrifices that you had to make as an artist?
No, not really. It's just finding the right balance. I used to take them along with me to a lot of the stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
So that was nice,
That must
like,
have been nice.
Yeah, like if I was able to take them, I would take them.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Sometimes it's like if it's a short trip, really short, and it doesn't make sense, then it's like I don't want to drag kids along.
Yep.
To we can do it. We're adults, right? We can do a quick trip in and out back. You can't take your kids to that. They're gonna
Bruv,
be like.
these days, I don't know if I can make trips to even Birmingham.
Nothing's
hard
quick
work,
when you have a
right?
child,
It's hard
bro.
work.
Yeah.
But mate, I took my kids have had they've had the chance to travel with me on a lot of my shows in some really beautiful destinations, and
That's wicked,
it's
man.
been
That's
fun,
amazing, man.
It's been fun. But yeah, they're good like that, man. They don't give it the large about what the dad does or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that, and they'll like. It was ages before the kids even in their school realised that, oh my God, his daddy's got a YouTube channel. He's a singer. He's famous.
Yeah.
And then after a little while, like somebody picked up on it because most of the kids, my kids go to a school where they're the only two Indian girls in the school.
Yeah.
So they're mostly all white kids, some black kids, some Chinese kids, and two Indian girls, right?
Yeah.
So nobody really knows
Yeah.
who their dad was anyway.
Yeah.
And then when they found out now, I used to walk into school and they'd get little kids that came, Sonia. White kids.
That's amazing, bro.
White
That
kids
is so
from little villages
That's
in
amazing, bro.
Northamptonshire singing Sonia, saying, "Oh, Juggy, hello Venice's dad. I love that song of yours. Yeah, Sonia."
That's
You sang
amazing,
it."
man.
And it looks so cute, man. It's
That's
so
brilliant.
wicked. And this is after ages, I don't go in going, "Oh, do you know who I am?" I don't even tell the parents. It's like, don't talk about it like that, I'm their dad. I've come to drop my kids off to school. How you doing? How's your day? Wicked, brilliant. That's it. And it was ages after that. Some of them still don't know what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
don't-
it's
they don't need to
nice
know.
to see how you've embraced
They don't
fatherhood.
need
If there's any sort of like advice from your journey and life, everything you've been on that you would give your kids? Was there anything in particular you think that after everything you've been through, ups, downs?
Live your life, man. Live your life. I would say, look, everyone's going to go on their own journey, right? I tell them that, look, no matter what happens, daddy's always going to have your back. I'm going to support you regardless, right? We all make mistakes. You've just got to navigate through in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Okay? Your dad is on the phone. He'll be there quicker than 999.
Yeah.
All right? And we will deal with the situation after. But first of all, I need to know that you're safe.
Yeah.
So you call me first.
Yeah.
And then we'll deal with the situation later.
Yeah.
You're not in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what happened, how it happened, where it happened. Just tell me, if you need me and you're in trouble,
I'm there.
Daddy, I'm here, I'm stuck, I need you now.
Yeah.
I'm there. And if I can't get there, one of my boys will go there.
Yeah.
That will represent like your dad, right?
Yeah.
And they will get you out of that situation, and then we'll sit down. Once you're safe and you're comfortable and you want to talk about it, we'll go, right, what happened?
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
Yeah.
Right, let's try and make sure that don't happen again. Yeah? That's how you deal with it.
100%, man.
You tell them, oh, teri saliya, kuttiya, haramjadiya, they ain't telling you shit, bruv.
100%.
Yeah.
How much did we hide from our parents?
That's what I was exactly about to say. That's what we used to get.
But then our parents were different generation, right?
100%,
They
yeah.
worked grafted and we were never, they were hardly ever there. We'd fend for ourselves, like breakfast, after school food. We had to do it all ourselves because mum and dad were at work grafting.
Yeah.
Like, now we're fortunate that we've, worked into positions where we get to spend a lot of time with our children. That's a big blessing, man.
100%,
Some people work 9 to 5, so don't hardly see their kids.
Yep.
By the time they get home, kids in bed.
In bed, yeah.
They see them for 10 minutes in the morning and for breakfast, if they're lucky. They only get weekends with their kids,
It's a shame because I see a lot of parents, and I feel like the TV, the YouTube, and the iPads are raising the children. And
but then
they're losing the connection.
It's how you've got to limit that time as well. You've got
Yep.
to be, you've got to put your foot down a bit in certain ways and
100%.
just give the kids, give it to them, but give it to them in small doses, right?
Yeah.
Because it's an addiction, that is.
Yeah,
know?
of course.
We were talking about it just today, in fact. My mate was saying, he goes, it's mad. He goes, youngsters today, he goes, they're not into drinking or anything like that.
None of this. We were talking about
Right?
going out, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
But why? Because they've got other dopamine hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
These bloody devices are
Yep.
dopamine hits, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
100%.
addicted to this. You
100%.
take that off them, they're going to go, I don't know what to do, I'm bored.
Bruv, their friends
Be
sat next-
bored.
They're chatting
It's
to each
okay
other
to
through
be
their
bored.
phone.
That's what I
Yeah.
told my boy.
Yeah.
Like,
So
when he was on his album, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no.
But when he was on I'd take it off him. And then if you engage with them and give them time, they will not think about that
100%.
iPad.
It's exactly
They
it's
won't
that
think about it.
attention they want.
They
Yeah.
want that connection
100%.
and attention. If you're just going to let them sit there on an iPad
And then you're doing
on
your own
phone,
thing, yeah.
or you're just watching TV,
Yeah.
or you've got nothing going for you and you
Yeah.
don't do nothing,
Yeah.
that kid is going to get bored.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get connected with your children.
100%,
you
man.
know? So
love that.
it's about giving them time. When my kids like when my kids are with me, I give them 110%.
Yeah.
I love that. And you're very passionate as a father. It's very.
I'm a very, very hands-on dad.
I love that, man.
Life is very different at the moment, but that's another podcast altogether. But
yeah.
talking about like highs and
I
lows
was just
of the
about to say,
industry.
yeah.
I mean, always.
No, go, you go.
Like, because we were talking about this on to a few of our guests as well. Like on Instagram, everything looks all cushy. Like we post our best days, right?
Yeah.
But how is it like in reality? How do you deal with your lowest points
Yeah.
and stuff? Like, you don't have to go too deep into it, but
through gratitude, bro. Through gratitude.
Okay.
Look, in a nutshell, so some people may have seen some stuff. I'm separated, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm separated. I've been separated for a year. It's not the greatest situation,
Yeah.
but I make the best out of every day of my life because the way I live my life now, yesterday is dead. Tomorrow I haven't seen.
Yep.
I'm only living today.
Yeah.
So let's live our best life.
Yeah.
Why stress about stuff that's not in my control?
Yep.
Forget about that. Just control what I can control.
Yep.
And wake up with a smile. The moment you wake up and open your eyes, that should be the first blessing that you receive, yeah? Because it is a blessing. Because some people didn't wake up today. If we've woken up, we ain't got nothing to stress about, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make it your best day, okay? And, no matter what I'm going through, and this is why, like now some people might be shocked, like, what? Because I don't put my stuff
I
up
did,
on
I
it.
did not know that.
There you go, right? But it is, some people will know, and you know what? Now it's come to a point where, I openly talk about. I can openly talk about it because, that is part of my life, right? That is the way it is.
It's the journey,
It's the
isn't
journey,
it? Yeah,
right?
100%.
But like I said, we're not gonna go too deep into it
Yep.
because that's my personal life, and I don't put that out on social media.
No, I respect that,
If
man.
you look
yeah.
at my social media, I still promote sobriety, positive
Yeah.
energy, good vibes, good affirmations,
Yep.
breath work, wellness, fitness, food, all things that give me and serve me as a human being.
Yeah.
Right? That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
That makes me feel wholesome.
Yeah.
And that has attracted my tribe today.
Yeah.
Right? My vibe attracts my tribe.
Yeah.
I've got some beautiful humans around me, right? Great high energy people, which I don't think I would have met if I wasn't separated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
But
very grateful
Don't you
for.
feel you have to go on that journey
You have
to
to, man.
appreciate where you are now?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's that journey to be
Listen,
going.
brother, everything happens for a reason. And you know, a long time ago, I handed everything over to God.
Yeah.
Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And you know what? In the process, if people are going to be nasty and evil, you know what? Karma
Yeah.
has a way of coming back round. So when I say it's okay, let God take care of this.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
Brother, I'm happy in my life.
Yeah.
Jo hona,
Yeah.
hona hi hai.
Yeah.
Why am I going to stress about it, bro?
It's true, and I think
Aao
that,
piyo ऐश करो मित्रों दिल पर किसे ना दुखायो ना.
That's it, man.
and I
That's
think
it.
it's really important, and why you're respected a lot in the community as well is that whether you're going through something or not, and you're not talking about it or slating anyone, and I think that's very important for your children as well. And
Listen,
that,
brother, I don't want no drama in my life.
Yeah.
I wish good on everybody.
yeah,
And you know, there's two things that you should live by. Dil saaf rakho te man saaf rakho. Don't wish anything bad on anyone. Don't think anything bad about anyone. And if you live like that, you'll be at peace. Because there's
that takes a lot of
three
strength, though,
things.
doesn't it, as
It
well?
does
Yeah,
take a lot of
yeah.
strength, and that's mindset, bro.
Yeah, of course it
right? Regardless of what's going on, train your mind to be happy.
Yeah.
Nobody controls your happiness apart from you.
Yeah.
Right? So if you say to yourself, I'm going to have a good day,
Yeah.
mate, you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm having a good day.
it's true.
I'm
Yeah.
having a good day. No one's going to change that.
Yeah.
You can say what you want to me. You can do what you want to me. I'm still going to be smiling, mate.
Yeah.
Because you can't mess with my mindset anymore. And that takes strength.
That's
You're right.
something that takes a
And
lot of
that
strength
is
to.
God's blessings
Yeah.
as well, man, to give you that strength.
Because for
right?
a lot of people, where you're at now
Yeah.
seems so far away because they're still trying to find that
Yeah,
strength, you know, and to go on that.
Listen,
so
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I do have bad days.
everybody has, but that's
have-
normal
and
though.
it's
Yeah,
okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
But to
That's what
have
I
a
say.
bulletproof
downs.
mindset,
Yeah.
you must have
That's what I'm
dealt
saying.
with a lot of
to
pressure
get,
in
yeah,
your life. And
to
no,
get
but
there,
listen,
it
yeah.
takes a lot of to get that.
Listen,
you know.
what they say, right? You can reset and restart as many times as you need to. Like I said before, yesterday's dead.
Yeah,
Tomorrow we ain't seen. We're only living today, innit?
yeah.
So make the best choices today. And just live in this 24 hours. And that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can actually do.
Yeah.
You realize that. And then with that, I also have the three most blessed and beautiful things in my life right now, which money or nothing can buy. And that's peace, happiness, and freedom.
yeah.
That is the lick.
You know when me and you went quiet, yeah? I almost feel like we don't have that.
Yes, we do, bro. Come on, man.
He went, when he said that, I was just like, yeah.
Listen.
I remember those.
Honestly.
Well,
honestly.
You know what? I was going to say, you know, I try to keep my kids creative all the time, yeah? Well, they're not the greatest at art, they're like me. But are any of yours into like music? How would you feel if they got into music? Or
Listen, I encourage my kids to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right? Whatever they want, because you don't know what they're going to be good at. Let them experience and let them try it, as many things as they want to do. I consistently say to my kids, tell me what you want to do.
yeah.
One thing I taught my kids very early was about mindset as well, right? And one day my daughter sat there and she said, oh, wow, I wish I could do that. I went, stop right there. I said, say that again, but say it, how can I do that? I said, because that person had to learn it from somewhere.
That's what I always say as well. That
Had
person
to learn it from somewhere. They didn't just
yeah.
become a pro
Exactly.
overnight. They didn't become a professional overnight. So if you like what they just did,
Yep.
do you want to do it? Because if you do, we can learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Fact.
And you can be that person up there.
Yep.
So don't say, wish I could do that. Say, how can I do
Yeah.
it? because
Exactly.
anything is achievable if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
So my older one and my middle one, my older one plays piano. She can read music.
That's amazing, man.
Insane.
She's like a bit in and out
So
of it.
good,
She
man.
needs to get into that like fully again.
Yeah.
But there's loads of things that we've discussed that she wants to do, and I'd love to make that happen for her. You know, if I can, because you know, Daddy's got so many links, so many connections.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they need them, man. They need them.
Yeah,
You get me?
100%, man.
So,
100%, man.
Yeah,
Just
but
wanna
look,
take
I'll
a-
do everything. I'll do whatever I can for my children and
Yeah.
give them the best in life, you know. And because I know I can, you know. So.
So going back to children and being young. So if you could go back to the Juggy who first came into the scene 20 odd years ago, what advice would you give the younger version of you that you know now that might have, let's say, helped you, or you know?
See, it's funny now that when I look back at that now, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you asked me that 5 years ago, I would have said a whole different answer.
Yeah.
You know, now
Yeah.
I don't regret anything from the past. They're
Because
all lessons.
that's what I always say as well. I wouldn't
honestly,
change
that-
because
That was my journey. That was what did I learn from that? That's why I look at it now. That was a test, or if you want to call it that, or that was your journey. And how did you come back from it?
Yeah.
What did you do to change? What did you do to become better? Because that was your journey.
Yeah.
You can't change that, because if you change that,
It changes.
I won't be the person that I am right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the mindset that I have right now. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So listen, the past is the past. Let it stay in the past. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We are here today,
Yeah.
and I keep saying this. We haven't seen tomorrow, but what we do today is gonna help us tomorrow, right? But we only have 24 hours, so just try and do the best today. And kal nu dekhi jo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If we're
yeah.
on that path,
Yeah.
tomorrow is only gonna be a bit better than it was yesterday.
100%.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all we can do, bro. That's all we
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
So maybe one, could have gone in a little bit harder some places. You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
but
that.
we-
But
Partied a little
still,
bit harder.
there was that one time. Yeah.
No, but you know
feel like
what?
that sometimes.
No regrets. No regrets from the past. Everything happens for a reason.
That's what I say. And it's the shit that you go through that really makes you who you are. I feel.
100%.
You know that?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you feel that a lot of apne bande like South Asian men suffer from a lot of mental health, and we
100%.
don't.
And the stigma of talking about it because it's
course,
still
of
like,
course.
well, tiga, you know?
Listen, I say this, and this is why I share my sobriety journey, and the fact that look, you can start over every day that you get another day. Okay, people have ups, downs, relapses, bad days, good days, but every day is a new start. Every day is a new chapter. Every day is a new slate for you to write on, right?
Yeah.
So people, first and foremost, have to understand that talking about stuff and admitting you have issues is the biggest strength you can have. It's not a weakness. So get that out your heads, okay? If you're a man, yes, we got pride. Yes, we're Punjabi or Pakistani or Indian or Bangladesh, whatever you are. It doesn't matter. We all are human beings with feelings and emotions, okay? You need to understand that if you talk about your problems, it's going to make it easier for you, bro. Trust me, because that's what I did.
Yeah.
I was given that platform to be able to speak about my shit that I was going through,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, for real.
And it made my life easier to manage. I talked to the first person and he said, you can try and tell me anything you want. I'm probably 10 times worse than you, bro.
Wow.
And I went, wow, really? And I was reluctant to talk and open up. And that big guy became my AA sponsor, right? I'm a fellow member of the fellowship, Alcoholics Anonymous, share it on my stories. Every time I go to a meeting, I put it up on
Yeah,
my story.
I see,
AA
yeah.
meeting, Newcomers, Dean Street, Wednesday,
Yeah,
5
yeah.
o'clock. I'm there. Most Wednesdays, I am there.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you are watching and you have an issue with alcohol or substances, get yourself to Dean Street, St. Anne's Church at 5 o'clock. It's a Newcomers meeting. It could change your life. Trust me.
That's amazing,
Because somebody gave me that opportunity and reached out. And it was my best mates. They said, Juggy, you need to see this geezer, bro. You need to sort your shit out.
But that's
Because-
great that you've got friends around you
And
that
no,
saw
they're not
that.
friends,
And
they're my brothers.
that's what. Yeah.
I've known them for 30 plus years.
yeah.
We were solid. I was with them last night. We went out to Coco.
Oh, nice.
Is it Bugle?
How was it?
Is it Bugle?
I think so. Yeah.
Bugle or something.
I-
The DJ. I don't know the names that well, but I should.
I'm so old. I've known.
So,
what are you talking about?
what's
Yeah.
that? He's a big DJ. What's his biggest song? One of his big songs is.
Anj will know.
Oh man, I was singing it all day, freaking today. Now it's gone. Anyway, people that were there will know. He's a massive DJ. Got some big hits. Lads were all drinking. They were like fully in it. And I was there sober. I was the designated driver.
Yeah.
My
Designated
driver.
driver. Yeah.
I'm not a taxi driver, but with my brothers,
It's different. It's
I'm
different.
like, listen, I'm there, man. Don't worry.
Do you find that you have less fun now that
No.
you're so...
Come on, man. Do I look like
I was gonna say it's
a
just
brother
Juggy,
that's
bro.
not gonna have fun? I have plenty of fun, bro.
It's true,
I don't
'cause
need alcohol to have fun.
I love that.
I went out last night. I was there, but I get bored easily of those kind of.
It becomes repetitive when
I'm
you're
like,
not.
all right,
Yeah.
I've heard my favorite songs now. I want to go home. But then
I'm
I wasn't
like-
going
yeah,
to be
I'm
a party
like that,
pooper
yeah.
as
I
well.
love that Juggy D still comes out as a fan of an artist or a DJ, and you still do that. You go to events.
Yeah, man.
I think it's cool to listen to what's current.
Yes.
And speaking about what's current, are you releasing anything anytime
Yeah,
soon?
man.
Because
I'm really
we're
excited,
waiting on
man.
something.
I know, man.
I'm really excited, and I wanted to do. I've only done 2 studio albums in my whole career, right? And I only
Not enough.
Yeah.
That's nuts to thinking that.
And
you career that spans over 20 plus years, and you've done so much. And you've done there.
In
That's
23 years, I've only done 2 studio albums.
And you went to New Zealand.
Yeah.
That's like,
I went to New Zealand on
He's toured the world. Like it's
And you went to New Zealand? My God, where is this place? That's nuts, though. Only 2.
Wait,
Well, then you need to get some out, bro.
So I needed. I wanted to do a. So look. So now in the last 6 months, I've really rediscovered myself, and I've got this new fire in my belly. Almost feel like a new artist again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
I've
great.
got that drive and that passion again, and I'm like been recording in India and UK and Dubai and everywhere I go, I'm connecting with new artists from different backgrounds, different. Bro, I was in the studio with South African artists and we're doing a song with Zulu and Punjabi.
That's some.
How about
That's
that?
sick, bro.
How about that? Right?
That's
It's like
sick,
it's
bro.
about crossing cultures.
Yeah.
And like tapping into different spaces. Like I'm all about that now,
cool.
And I've got the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
You get me? That's part of my new journey, and I'm embracing it, and I'm loving it. It's God's blessings, man. So I've almost completed a 5-track EP, which I'm really excited about. I wanted to do a body of work,
Amazing.
Mixed songs in there, mixed genres, collaborations. But my first release of 2025 is a shabad. I've done a religious song. For people that don't know the meaning of shabad, a shabad it's like a hymn. Okay, it's like a hymn, and it's called Tera Ditta Khavana, which
For those that don't know.
for those that don't know, Tera Ditta Khavana means what I have is all given by you. Tera Ditta Khavana, everything I have, it's all given by you.
That's deep, bro.
So,
I think for us it's called nasheeds. It's
Yes,
similar.
yeah.
So it'd be like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Tera
That's the same.
Ditta Khavana is a shabad that I've recorded. It's done. We're almost finished with it. We're planning on releasing that within the next 4 to 6 weeks. And with God's grace, that will be my first shabad and my first release of this year. And off
Respect,
the
man.
back of that, then we're going to then do the EP. We're going to start with probably 3 singles, and then the other 2 tracks will go on the 5-track EP.
Amazing.
So it's nearly done.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
man.
videos are
excited
going to
about
get
it.
shot as well.
Yeah,
Planning.
man. I want to have some real. I want to get the 6-pack out because I'm.
Oh,
Yes, bro.
this is what I'm saying. This is a bit of a journey because
Yeah, mate. Come on.
now can we talk about
That's amazing,
Juggy
man.
D's fitness journey? Because
Yeah, man.
I remember this is actually we're going back about 10 years now.
We're gonna say. I remember. I remember when you were chubs. Is that what you were gonna say?
I was like him.
He was like Andrew for the 30-day challenge. More than that. I'm a face so fat. That's
You
not-
yo-yo. That's
I know,
what
I'm
you
like,
do, innit?
yeah.
You
Bruv,
said that
do you wanna know why Anj yo-yos?
Just for the
I
moment, we were
yo-yo,
talking
bro.
about this. It's a lifestyle change.
Ange has a snack drawer, bruv. Ange has a snack drawer, bruv.
Don't do diet.
He's been to my house.
There's a drawer of snacks. You open a chocolate and biscuit and there's business.
That is what is killing
So I think
everyone.
30-day challenge has to
sugar-
become a lifestyle challenge, like a lifestyle
It's
challenge.
got to be a lifestyle change.
There you go, man.
So I actually, so look, right now I'm at the lowest weight I've ever been, and I was starting to get a little bit paranoid because you know when you start losing too much weight, you
Yeah.
start looking a bit gaunt.
Yeah.
And it happened to me once before, but I got addicted to losing weight. You know when you start seeing the abs.
Difference.
coming-
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I
you start
know.
seeing your
Yeah,
Adonis
yeah,
belt,
yeah,
and I'm like-
bro.
And I'm in the mirror going,
Yep.
that's yeah, and you're like in the
That's
shower.
a different
and you're
feeling, though. Yeah, yeah. You get Juggy to talk, oh, bruv. Yeah,
No, but-
yeah. I know.
Yo,
I
I'm
totally
late
understand,
40s.
bro.
I'm in my late
I
40s,
totally
but I feel
understand,
like
bro.
I'm in my
Yeah,
20s again.
that's amazing,
telling
man.
you, man. It's like
Any upper now that's 40 plus
Yeah.
that has a 6-pack, I rate you, bro.
Cheers, bro. Thanks.
thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Thank myself for the 2 weeks that I have it.
Yeah, but you can do it.
I don't know, but I have it, and then it just like I have that thing where
I
Ramadan.
I have it, and then
I have
I eat too many
six-pack for a
chocolates and
couple
things from that drawer, and then it goes.
Because every time I call Andrew, what are you doing? I'm eating from the snack drawer. The chocolate in his mouth was.
See, the thing is, I can relate because I was a PT for like 15 years, and I understand the South.
You
Asian-
helped me years
I know,
ago.
I know. It's
Yeah.
one of the second or third times I met Juggy D was in my gym in Harrow. I used to
Oh,
own a
that's
gym.
sick, man. Yeah, I remember.
And him, Rishi, I was training these lot.
That's
So that's
sick,
why
man.
he cusses me. If my did out a little bit. He's like, "Oh, hey, bruv, you told me to eat this gun, and you're doing it yourself." But every PT is like, "Don't do as I do, do as I say," and stuff. But how is that for you, like being on tour and doing your? Because, bro, look, I struggle with diet myself, being in the game, right? How do you do it? Because you're going to Dubai, India, and all these
Right.
places. How do you
I
still-
eat if I don't get good food, I won't eat. Simple as that.
But then, don't you struggle with that energy and affecting your
Barney, what were you having,
mental
Bro,
state? And
fasting, innit? Fasting gives you energy, bro.
Oh, there, yeah.
I did. You know, my longest fast was 7 days, right? And I was in India. This was in 2023.
Yep.
It was on my birthday. I was in India, right? And I said, right, I'm going to do a 7-day water fast. I'm going to test myself. I'd already done 3-day water fasts, right? And I'd done those, a few of them. And I said to myself, right, it's going to be my birthday. I'm going to be in India. So I'm going to do 7 days, start on the 19th, and I'll do it till the 26th. Yeah?
Yep.
Let's do 7 days. I had 3 gigs while I was there. It was hot. I was on road to
Yeah,
Jaipur
yeah, yeah.
twice.
Yep.
Yeah. I had my whole team with me, band, manager, driver, security, and everyone. And they're all eating,
Oh, bloody hell.
right? And my favorite thing to do in India is I save that cheap meal for the tabba on the GT road at Haveli,
Yeah.
right? And have my parothe.
Bro,
Yeah, oh, bro.
Aloo, is it going for
I'm
aloo?
hungry thinking about it now, man.
Aloo prota.
I have aloo pyaz
Oh,
and I have one mixed one, right?
This is
and I
what I'm
smash those out
bruv,
hot
I'm hungry now.
with a knife. Oh man, I could do with some now as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now, no, bro.
Shall we
Get
go
the
after?
paratha and
Shall
let's
we
go,
after?
bro. Yeah.
You know Dilli Wala? Have you been to Dilli Wala?
No.
Plug. You lot better hook me up next time. They have got the baddest parothe
Really?
in Southall,
it?
Old Southall. Shout me, I'll take you.
Sick, we'll
right?
go.
We'll go. I'm telling you, once you've had their parothe, you're gonna say, "Bruv, seriously, we need to go back."
Really?
Tu naja.
Yeah,
Andrew, we have 3 days later, still have paratha, bro.
it's gone a bit fluffy. I'm like summertime.
He's gonna say, "Jugs, what have you done, man? I put on more weight since I've been to that
No,
place."
it's true though. But, I'm reluctant enough to be in a place where I can lose it quick as well.
Yeah, no, you're good though because you
thing
know
is-
what to do, right?
My thing is that one thing of when I have lost size or I'm on a shred, then someone will barge me or be like, "Oh, bruv, you're skinny." I'm like, "I need muscle mass," and it's
That's
that
the worst word to hear.
whole
You're skinny.
thing
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When someone says you look skinny, because you're
Body dysmorphia, bro. Everyone
No,
has it to a
see,
little bit,
okay,
man.
So now
right
where's
now,
the-
I'm not happy at the moment with where I'm at. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm struggling to put on weight.
okay.
Because I'd got so used to fasting, right? I was doing 16-8, right? And then I was only eating 2 meals a day because when I did get separated, I started eating comfort food.
Yeah.
And I was stacking it in and I went zero. My body composition lost it all. Diddy came out and I was like, what the?
Men do that too, yeah. We comfort
Yo,
eat, yeah. It
yo,
happens. We're
I'm
normal.
telling you.
Like,
Then I said,
people
what am I
don't
doing?
understand.
I said, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I need to be in the best shape of my life right now.
The facts.
Fix up, boy.
Wicked.
And I just switched. I switched and I went, right, let's do this. And I didn't even go gym first, right?
Yeah.
First 4 weeks, first month, I just focused on my food. fasting, and I started doing all of that, and I started using this product called Yerba Mate, right? Sachets, one in the morning, one at lunchtime, and then one before my meal. And I'm going to talk about that product more. You'll check it out on my socials. I've been delaying this process, but this product is an amazing product, which is all natural. It's a food-based product in a powder format, comes in a sachet, easy to use, balances out your insulin levels. Food cravings go down to zero. You might need this stuff, actually. This might be great for you. Honestly.
Wait, is this are you a brand affiliate or something? Because they need to pay you for this.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Oh, yeah, send it, man.
I'm actually.
I'll shout them out.
I'm actually a digital franchisee
Oh, seriously?
of this product.
Acha.
Product.
Product.
Of this
Project in it, yeah.
And you know what? Really and truly, I mean, I've been sitting on it for a while, but I've used it and I use it, and I haven't been talking about it because I've been just busy with other stuff, right? But the real Juggy D on Instagram. Follow me if you're not following me already, and I will be talking about all this because this can benefit so many people. Bro, it has so many benefits.
I'll
right?
trial it, man.
Yeah. So many benefits. Yeah, from like helping you with weight loss, helping your skin, insulin. Also has proven to help people reverse pre-diabetes.
Oh, wow.
Bro, this is a sick product.
That's a big...
And you know, my dad's diabetic as well.
Okay, so
I would definitely want to look into this, man.
So I came across this, and there was these lads from Canada. They're from Canada, and I came across them, and I reached out and I said, mate, where can I get this product? And they were like, bro, Indian lads as well, and they were like, bro, we grew up listening to your music, man. Like, I'm like, respect, man, thank you. And like, then we like struck a relationship, and I got involved. I was like, I want to use this. I want to try it.
Yeah.
And that really did help me. It really helped me.
That's amazing, man.
Get focused and get like my food correct, and I dropped weight, bro.
Yeah, because you're repping, bro. For the up in there, you are repping.
You were going to say for the elderly up in there, weren't you, for a second?
No.
Then you said,
No, I was saying.
I was heavy. He went elderly up in there.
You're older than me, innit?
No, we're about the same age, bruv.
No, I think you're older.
How old are you?
45.
I'm 45 as well.
You
I'm 79.
No, I'm 47.
Oh, fucking shit.
I'm gonna be 40.
I'm 46 this year. I'm 46 this year, yeah.
40,
I'm still in my 30s.
I'm 47 years young.
I'm
what
still
I'm
in my
saying,
30s.
When are you 40, bruv? You're in your 40th year, bruv.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be.
40 in like 3 months.
You're 40th coming up, yeah?
Yeah, man. So you also did a song with First Man and Rackstar and Mumsy, and how did that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember my kids.
That was a big tune when it came out.
Day, dance.
Yeah.
Your verse was legendary.
So there's a funny story about that actually. So I try and keep it nice and short. I was in Amsterdam. I did a wedding, and First Man had come over, and I met him through DJ Limelight. Right, he went to the meet up, and he'd messaged me, and then Limes was like, "Jugs, this guy's coming down." I said, "Yeah, he messaged me. He said he wanted to link up and stuff." He goes, "Yeah, I know him as well." Anyway, so we met, and then while I was in Dam, I hit him up. I said, "Listen, what's happening, brother? I'm in Dam. I'd just done a wedding," and he's like, "Come by the studio." I was like, "All right, cool." So went by the studio, and we started playing stuff to each other and chilling and just jamming in the studio. And he told me that they had he'd had loads of the boys come down from London, and they've made some music. They had like a writing camp. I'm like, okay, wicked, man, that sounds good. And he's like, I want to play you this track. And I went, okay. And he plays it, and bro, it was literally the first 2 bars that I heard that, and I was like, bro, this is sick.
Yeah.
I need to be on this track.
Yeah.
And he went, what? He said, bro, I'd love to have you on it. And I went, yeah, I need to be
That's
on this
sick,
song.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
said, this
that.
song is sick. I said, don't play no more of the song. He said, let me tell you who's on it. I said, I don't want to know who's on it. He goes, there's 4 artists. I said, don't tell me who it is. Right? I said, okay, actually, you can tell me who it is. Right? So he said, I got blah, 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 blah. And I went, okay. I said, do not play me their verses. I don't want to hear them. Right? Play me the hook and the chorus. Right? Just play me that. Let me hear that. And give me my section. Right? And put it on loop and leave me alone.
Yeah.
And he went, what now? He goes, why don't you just take it and do it and then send it to me? I went, nah.
You
I
recorded it
said,
there and done.
I said, brother,
That's nuts.
it's 2:30 in the morning.
Raw.
And I said, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen
now.
now or it's not happening.
Yeah.
I said, let's do it. I said, I'm in the moment. I'm in the zone.
You're
I'm
feeling it
this.
after, yeah.
I'm feeling it, bro. Let's do this. I'm telling you. I'd love to be on it. If you want me on it, I said, let's do it right now. He went, bro, all right, let's do it. They chopped up the track, gave me my section. I heard the Tujhe main dance karo, sar karo, puri duniya di san, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, this is a vibe. So how mad was this, right? So after I wrote my verse and put it down, lyrically, it just flows from Rackstar's verse into mine like it was done on purpose, like we were sitting in the studio writing.
Because that's what I thought, that you were all there together.
Them four were.
Yeah.
Them four were.
Yeah.
I joined, again, another one, right? Where right place,
Right time, yeah.
got on it, and I said, I put myself on it. I said, I need to be on this. And last verse, dropped it in, and then props to bloody Harun B.
Yeah.
Because for a producer to put 5 different styles of artists with 5 different vibes on the same track and make everybody sound amazing and gel it all together so well, man, that takes talent as well.
That's a real production, yeah.
Yeah, man, he really did justice to that song. And we won best track for that at the Brit Asia Awards.
Insane.
Yeah, best single or something. I can't remember what it was, but we won an award for that.
That's it,
It was fun. And then we flew out to Dam. We shot the video. The whole process was.
But it was really nice to see that all the Asian artists together.
And also,
it was.
You were like the
Then we did another version.
OG of this, right? Go ahead.
We did another version for the cricket.
Okay.
Oh yes. Yeah.
WSL, and we had Arjun on it. Arjun artist.
Oh,
Arjun.
Yeah.
Arjun on it.
So I think with all of those artists there, you're like, not saying in a the OG, because you were the original. So when you first like burst onto the scene as the first British Asian artist, did you feel any pressure having to represent being the first British Asian to like have to be a certain way or do a certain way, a certain thing?
And I think that was the beauty of it, that we were just being ourselves. You know, and allowed a lot of freedom and a lot of creative space to just do what we wanted to do. So, like, they would leave us in the studio and say, make music.
Yeah.
And we'd just go and make music. And we'd made music that we enjoyed. Chemistry was great. You know, we vibed off each other. We brought out the best in each other.
Yeah.
And we made back-to-back bangers and hits in that time, you know.
And you guys ever argue, Rishi and Jay and
yeah, we used to have fucking, like,
you like boys, innit?
yeah,
Like,
you do, innit? You do have, like, you have your ups and downs. But that makes it more real, right?
Yeah.
And there was so many funny moments. Like, I was always like, so like, you got three very, very different characters, right? I was the very social, very, like, you know, very approachable, very talkative, party guy. You know, wants to be at every after party. Every after party. Right? And these are like, Jugs, you need to stop now. Like, we got this thing down. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know, and like, I'd get in trouble for that sometimes. Like, and I'm like, you know what? You don't need to relax. But then Jay was like, you know, he was just like in his own zone. Rishi was very reserved, you know, and everyone was like, you know, everybody had their kind of vibe about each person. We just went out and did what we wanted to, the way we wanted to do it. But, you know, we'd have like little ups and downs. But it was a great journey, man. All in all, it was fun. And it was good. It was good while it lasted, man. Them years back then were brilliant, you know.
Because you get on with everyone, bro. It's like, no, I don't think you got any beef as per se with any artist, or you haven't got no problem with no one.
I don't think anyone speaks badly of Jugs ever. So,
ever, man.
I've always, you know, I show a lot of love and respect to all the artists, and not even just artists, to human
beings,
in general, you know. But you know, my mindset has changed a bit now. You know, I've got a bit older, got a bit wiser, and now I don't want no low vibration, bad energy people in my space.
That's 100%.
I'm not interested.
I ain't got time for that.
If you got bad vibes, stay away from it.
Owais was reminding me earlier about another full circle moment that I totally forgot about.
Yeah, I was just wondering what we're gonna say. Yeah.
Go on, remind him,
bro. I don't know if you remember, but it's 10 years ago now. You were on an episode of that of Desi,
at
bro.
your wedding.
Yeah.
I performed at your wedding, innit? On the episode, no?
No, it was
What
at
was
that.
it?
It was at
was
some
Moses'
hall.
birthday.
Moses' birthday.
It was
Yes.
Moses'
I remember
Yes, I
that. I
know,
was like,
something
Juggy's
like
here. Fucking what are you saying,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, that was
good.
wicked. That was. I really enjoyed that.
That was 10 years ago, bro.
And that came up somewhere recently, didn't it? Because some of the stuff
It's
was
on
flying around.
Netflix.
now,
It's
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Netflix, bro.
That's why you're getting tagged in
It's
stuff.
on
Is
Netflix.
that scene on there?
Yeah.
What's it called on there? The brown. What was it? Something?
The Desi Rascals.
Dissy Rascals.
Yeah.
Dissy Rascals. I was in it.
Yeah, I remember that,
Watch
man.
it. Plug.
But yeah, you actually were booked on my cousin's wedding though.
Yes, I did.
And
Yeah.
that whole set, and all of us were there for
Yeah,
ages.
yeah.
Like,
That was a joke. That was
sick.
jokes. That was jokes.
We had a
That was
good
really
time,
good.
man.
Yeah,
We had a
man.
good
Enjoyed
time.
that. Enjoyed that.
But I really can't wait to see the new stuff that you got coming, man. Like,
I'm excited, bro.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited too. I'm looking forward to just finalising everything now. We're nearly there.
have we got any release dates?
Well, the Shubbad we're planning on June.
Yep.
First week of June, hopefully. We've got some dates that are flying around, but we're just finalising a few last little bits. So, with God's grace, that will all kind of fall into place and get that out ASAP. And then straight after that, I'm going to drop my first single off the EP, and the song is called Party Star.
Oh, yeah, he's back, bro. That's it. Sick.
And we're going to package it. I was thinking about names and stuff, right? And my first album was called Juggy D, self-titled. And I'm now become a new version of myself.
Yeah.
And this is literally and somebody said to me, why don't you just self-title it again? And I went, yeah, but I've already done that. They said, yeah, but this is a new version of you, right? This is a real new version of you. And I went, okay, so yeah, we could do Juggy D 2.0.
That's what I was just about to say. Juggy D 2.0.
So that's what we're going to call it.
That's
we're going to
sick,
call it Juggy D 2.0. And that's going to be coming out this year, man. I'm going to put that out this year because my main and my biggest market is India. I love the UK. I'm born here. I rep it. I rep Southall. I'm from Southall originally. And, help put Southall on the map and everyone else that is from it and putting it on the map. Respect to you. But my biggest, like I said, market is India. They've been really good to me for many, many years. And I really respect all the promoters that I've worked with everywhere. Not just India. I'm really, grateful for everyone that books me still up until this day. But yeah, we're going to do some big things in the coming 6 to 12 months, and hopefully it'll carry me for another 10, 15, 20 years.
Of course.
One more body of work.
Amazing,
Because the
man.
last one carried me for 20.
Yeah, bro.
21.
Still is, bro.
21 years. I still get booked
everyone
off my
still
first album.
remember.
Of course,
And that's
but,
21 years ago.
As I said, bro,
I've seen-
you will never understand for us British
Yeah.
Asians what you guys did when you guys came up. It's you look, my hair stand up when I talk about it.
Thank you, bro.
It was a big thing, bro. And the thing is, perhaps because you're in it, us seeing it from the outside, going, they look like us. The same. It was huge because you didn't see Asians anywhere. Whether it was music, TV, media, anything, it was predominantly white people with a sprinkling of something. You were the first guys to, as I said.
No, it was nice.
It was a big deal.
It gave us the confidence to start YouTube channels and vlog and do all these things.
We did
because
YouTube.
You did
videos.
stuff.
Do you remember the
I
barbershop
remember.
and all that?
Yeah,
We did?
yeah.
I
You
wish
guys
we'd
used to-
carried that
you
on at
should
the
have carried
time
it.
because that could have been massive. You
I
never know,
know.
innit? You
I know.
don't just do
Yeah.
that then. But
I know that you want to start your own podcast.
yes,
as well, which
there's
is-
loads. So I've been,
there's a lot.
fortunate. Sorry to.
No, I'm saying there's a lot. Yeah. I'll tell everyone about the podcast that you want to start because
So the podcast that I did do a couple of pilots and trials. I did it around sobriety and I did it around drink and stuff like that. But I want to talk about that more.
Yeah.
Like we were talking
I
about
think it's
earlier, that we
important,
need to make this a very common conversation
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
well-being, substance abuse, mental health, any other addictions and
It's
stuff like
important,
that.
man.
We need to just talk about it more. And I want to get people that now have the confidence of talking about it. A lot of people have been through stuff, and I want to try and bring that side out of them.
Yeah.
And tell them that, look, if you do it, it'll help others as well.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody in the Asian music scene apart from me that's talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
100%.
there's loads of people that I know are suffering.
Hu-
And a lot of people will be suffering in
I'm
silence.
sure they are. Yeah.
Let's get them through, and not just in the Asian community. I know there's a lot of people in the mainstream which I know I can reach out to, which will come and help support and raise the awareness. And then off the back of that, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but I don't really like talking about too much of it
No, of course.
before it's happened.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just start with what I'm going to do first, execute that, get it built, and then whatever comes, not whatever comes, I know what's going to come off the back of it.
Yep.
And what I'm planning on doing. But I need to really now knuckle down. I've got it all mapped out. But now I need to really execute that and get it out there ASAP. So yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment. Yeah, so music, myself, I'm working on myself every day, you know.
Amazing, man.
We all are.
Breath work. I do a lot of meditation. I like going to sound baths. Just like all that.
That's great, man.
Healing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go to a retreat soon.
Yeah.
You know, like just connecting with nature, grounding. I love grounding.
Yeah.
My ultimate goal
Go
now
on.
is to live an alkaline lifestyle.
Really?
Yes, that's my ultimate goal. It's
Okay.
going to take me a little while to get there,
Yeah.
but that is my ultimate goal. Like, if I had to say something like, what is your goal?
Yeah.
That would be one of my goals. Like, as in, like, yeah, it's up there. It's really up there. It's like on my mind all the time. Like, because if you live an alkaline lifestyle, right, you're never going to get sick. You're going to live longer.
Yeah.
Like, no disease can breed in your body.
Yeah,
It's not happening.
it's true.
It's not happening, bruv. And I think I can do it. I'd love to do it. I'm getting there, and I have those people around me.
But that's
Like,
half
some
the
of my.
journey is realizing you can do it.
Well, you can do anything you
Yeah.
put your mind to, right? But I've got such great humans around me that vegans, breathwork masters, motivational speakers, like these people uplift me all the time, right? And it's like you're a product of the people you sit with, right? So if you got 4 Bunde that are health conscious, vegan, breathwork, you're going to be the 5th.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm becoming the 5th of my tribe, you know, and I love the journey I'm on now.
That's
I
amazing.
absolutely love it. So, you know, and yeah, that would be nice to kind of get there. I go to a lot of vegan restaurants now,
Is it?
and the food is banging, man.
Wait, so you don't eat
I don't eat meat.
meat,
No, no,
okay.
it's been this May it will be 3 years since I stopped eating meat. I'm a pescatarian. Really, I want to stop fish and egg as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not stopping that because I need to put on some weight, man. I need to put on some
Under, bro.
size.
You
I need to
need
put
a bit
on
under,
some
man,
muscle,
honestly.
Yeah.
I'm down to my lowest I've ever been. I was saying before, 64 kilos I weigh now,
Yeah.
64.5.
Wow.
I need to get up to 70.
And you don't do protein shakes like me?
No,
or
man,
you
I don't because
you're-
they're bad for your gut.
They're
There's
terrible
a
for your
lot.
gut, man, yeah.
And I became so used to fasting that if it's a bad meal, I'd rather not eat than eat that meal.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really
Andy's the opposite.
struggling, but oh man, I need,
yeah.
but I'll get there. It's all right. But look, you know this drill,
I put it
right?
all in
It's
a
a
blender.
transformation.
You just spin it up.
Yeah, but transformations are a process, right?
It's-
the phase
it's
I've got
journey,
rid of the
bro,
weight.
yeah.
Now I've shredded down. Now I've got to put size on. It's a process, right?
Cool.
But
I
I
love it.
will, and I put it out there. I will get photo finish ready.
Hi.
It's coming.
Saying
Or
that.
The first video.
He's gonna be like that, bro. Well, the shirt's gonna come open,
coming,
bro.
right, bro. I beg
We're
you,
gonna do the
do the shuttle.
We're gonna do the double. We're gonna do the double bicep, and with that, yeah, man, we're gonna do it. You know
Respect,
what?
bro, I love
It's
that,
one
man.
of those things which, like, it will also. It's for me. It's something that I really want to achieve, and it's also gonna help inspire a lot of people around me as well. You
And
understand
bro,
what I mean?
listen,
You get
forget
me?
inspiring, forget everything. It makes you feel so good, bruv, for
does,
yourself,
it does, it
because
does.
you've done that. Do you know what hard work it is?
It is
It's
hard
hard
work,
work, bro.
bro.
And everyone goes,
Come
no. Respect to you, bro. And the thing is, as we
thank
get
you, brother.
older,
Thank you. Yeah, it
I know it
becomes
gets
harder.
harder.
Yeah,
so the
but-
fact that you're here now, bro, it's tough, man. So mad respect for you, bro.
Thank you,
Honestly,
brother.
man.
Thank you so much.
You've left such a legacy already within your life. You're such a legend in our eyes and in so many people's eyes. Like, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on Cultured Chaos today, my bro.
No, it's,
And
you
I
know
feel
what?
this
It's been nice.
conversation's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I never did think I'll be like having someone like Juggy D.
Come on, man, don't be silly, man.
But
We're
still,
we're
man,
brothers, man.
It's really
Very long time.
You're right.
No, it's
Are you okay? Are you sure you're all right, bro? I ain't having a moment right now, bro. He's going to come hug you now, bro. It's like, you all right, bro?
No, but
Wow, bro.
It's what do you call
feeling-
it? Before we wrap up, I just wanted to say, like, to have you on, honestly, bro, like you because I've seen you in your highest, your lowest,
Yeah,
and,
man,
do you know what I mean? You've been through a journey, bro,
Yeah,
like,
man.
respectfully, man, like, and we have so much respect for you. So
Thank you so much. Thank
so much for coming on, my bro.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you for having
Honestly,
me. It's been a pleasure. I wish you all the best.
I'm Anj Baig. This is Juggy D, legendary Owais Khan, Cultured Chaos. We're out.